we need to find the derivative of this function. So we need to begin with, since it's a quotient, begin with the quotient rule. Sine to the fourth x whole to the second power squared. Sine to the fourth power x d by dx, so denominator times derivative of the numerator minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator. So one important thing to learn from this problem is the difference between sine of x to the 8th power. Remember, the 8th power is only for the x. It's not for the entire. This is not equal to sine of x to the 8th. It's just the x that is raised to the 8th power, not the sine. Okay? And when you have sine of x to the 4th power, now that is equal to sine of x to the 4th power. Just remember that. So this is equal to sine to the 4th x d by dx of sine of x is equal to cosine of x. Okay, so the outer function is sine, so that becomes cosine of the quantity x to the 8th. That's not an x, it's a function of x, so we have to go ahead and find the derivative of the inner function. So we are using the chain rule. And then we have sine x to the 8th, and this is the same as sine of x to the 4th power. So that is 4 sine of x to the 3rd power times the derivative of the inner function, which is sine of x, divided by sine to the 4 times 2, which is 8th x, that is equal to sine to the 4th x cosine of x to the 8th power times the quantity 8x to the 7th. d by dx of x to the 8 is 8x to the 7th sine x to the 8th. I'm going to put the 4 in front here, and times d by dx of sine of x is cosine of x divided by sine to the 8th x. Now just need to write this carefully. Remember that this is a separate function, so put it out in front. Do not mess with this. So we have 8x to the 7th power sine to the 4th x cosine of x to the 8th minus 4 sine of x to the 8th power times cosine of x, the whole divided by sine to the 8th x.